Hello, this is Scott McDonald here, and Chad Dennis,
Hi.
also known as Mook and Darko, if we're going that far. Today we're going to be...
People actually know us by that.
No, yeah, probably not. Well, actually some people do. Today we're going to be playing Viscera Cleanup Detail, and we're just gonna...
Viscera.
Whatever. I can't read. You know that. We're just pretty much gonna be playing a game and just talking. And this will be
Hey, you can use this as...
oh, that's cool. Anyway, we're just gonna be I don't know, just talking and get so people can get to know a little bit more about us.
If they're weird like that.
If they're weird like that.
Also because, every time we try to do stuff and try and be funny, we record for like 40 minutes and then end up with 3 minutes of good material, so we're just gonna go more natural and just talk.
Yeah. Like, this is actually our second try of this. The first time, it didn't go so well.
The audio was all messed up and
We sounded quiet and distorted. It was awful.
Yeah. So, this is, well, the first time Scott was playing, and he actually did a great job of playing this.
I cleaned up an entire room.
The big room at the very end. He did, like, the last hurrah thing. Whatever. I mean, I'm leaving blood everywhere.
But yeah, we picked a couple topics to talk about today. We'll probably really peter off from them a lot, and we'll talk about food.
We might bring back some of the topics we talked about the first time, too, but probably not.
We're definitely not going to pick bad movies, because that didn't go so well.
We can sum it up right now. Alone in the Dark is the worst movie ever. Video game movie.
Yeah. Also, yeah, we're going to be talking about probably food, because I've just gone to a course, and I'm training to be a chef, so I have been talked about nothing but food for the last month and a half. Nothing but food. It's all that's in my brain.
Food. But food is amazing.
Makes you evil. Learning how to cook makes you evil. It teaches you exactly how to mess with people, like flavoring eggs that people don't know about. Anyway, on to the first topic. What was the first topic, Chad?
Well, the first and basically only topic we really have is, what kind of games do you like, Scott? And what kind of games do I like, Chad?
Alright, what are you starting with then?
Oh, I figured you'd want to jump into it.
What sort of party was this?
Wow, your own topic, and you,
I know, I'm just listening to the game right now. I have to wear earphones or else the mic will pick it up through the speakers. We do not have the best setup.
Yeah. We'll get 2 microphones next time. We'll do this a little bit better, but...
Anyways, but for now, we're just having fun. Alright, me. Games I like. Well, they're not my favorite games, but a series I always loved is the Armor Core series. And I get a lot of flack about that from, like, my brothers.
Because they're not really about much.
Oh,
well,
the Armor Core series is at best
Hey,
like
buddy,
a B-movie series.
You don't look so good.
It's not exactly the most well groomed. Is that the word I'm looking for? There's a lot of problems with it, but I'm just a sucker for big mechs, like giant robots, and you go around destroying stuff. I love that. I am a sucker for it because when I was really young, I was exposed to the game Xenogears, which is still my favorite game of all time. And that just had giant robots, and I fell in love at a young age, and it has stuck with me. I am a sucker for giant robots. If anything has giant robots in it, I'm at least interested.
Well, I was on a different end of video games when I was really little. I played point-and-click adventures. I loved point-and-click adventures. I still love point-and-click adventures. Because I played Putt-Putt a lot. And,
oh god,
games like that.
We totally gotta do a Putt-Putt with one of these.
Putt-Putt. Or Pajama Sand, that'd be pretty cool too.
You're gonna play those because I have terrible point-and-click logic.
We will never play Night of the Rabbit because that's too complicated. For for most people, come up with a
Now you
point-and-click
got a
adventure
split
that I actually had
personality.
to look up a walkthrough to be able to get past some of the parts.
And we all know you in walkthroughs. You're kind of like,
Cha-ching.
Well, I don't want to have to look at a walkthrough of a game that it's a point-and-click adventure. It shouldn't be, you know, it shouldn't kill you to go through it.
Oh.
But a lot of my favorite games, I play a lot of RPGs. Some of my favorite games were like The Legend of Dragon.
Legend of Dragon.
I would say the Tales series, but it's really just Tales of the Abyss. I just know too much about that game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, the thing about that, like I never really played the Tales series, but I watched my brother play tons of them, and I liked the series. I don't like playing them, but I like watching them. If that makes any sense. Actually, yeah, it does. That's what I'm like with Silent Hill. I love watching other people play Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Where did you go? What happened? Oh, I know what happened. The original creators basically were milked to the well dry, said, oh well, and then moved on to other things. And then nostalgia, what comes with nostalgia? Just people who didn't know when an idea had run its course took over, and now it's ruined.
Yeah. Well, they can destroy their own series if they want.
Hey.
I don't know, Silent Hill really went downhill because of the fifth one. That was the problem. If they just didn't make it, they would still be at a good standing with people.
Yep.
Isn't helping?
Like, even though Downpour
nice
was
shoes.
bad, it was better.
It was a step in the right direction. That's what it was. Funny how I say step in the right direction and I just drop a foot.
Getting nowhere.
Anyway, this game here is actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When we were playing it before, it's a lot of fun, and I don't know why. It's about cleaning up body parts, and I've had more fun doing this. I guess it really does remind me of being a school janitor,
I hope these
which was
gloves
my
are
job
thick
for a
enough.
while. But
Just to get off on topic for a second, I just want to say that this game, like, Scott played it the first time we tried to do it, and we figured it'd be boring, and this was his first time actually playing it. And it was not. It was fun. And I'm playing it, and I'm having tons of fun.
Yeah, that's
This game is more fun than any Call of Duty game I was forced to play.
yeah, I didn't even when I bought
Better than mine before.
Shadow Warrior, which is also a very fun game. I didn't realize that this came with it. It just came and it's just, you own this game now, and I actually downloaded this first and I never played it until today. And yeah, I might play this by myself later on.
This game is just great.
It is.
I also love we're not really acknowledging it because I only have one earphone side on and whatnot, but the person you were playing as is just great. This is a person who enjoys his job.
Oh
I
god.
wonder if this will fit. I need to close the lid. Come on.
You almost got it. Oh, you got it. Property.
Ah, frig off. Yeah.
Shove it in there. No, let go of it. Right click.
I forgot the buttons for a second.
Oh god, that got really loud.
Panic.
I panicked.
Oh come on, burn already. I'm just gonna go gather our bodies. And unlike Scott started in the biggest room at the end, and
I did. It takes a long time to clean up
yeah,
that room.
I'm working my way through from the start because I've noticed that they introduce things like the first one had the running water, so you don't need to constantly get
I remember
buckets.
you. Who's
Well,
laughing
this one
now?
doesn't have those. And the incinerators are introduced.
Anyway, how Chad is doing this right now,
Yeah.
it's actually a very good way to do it. Just make a big pile of stuff and then clean up the mess afterwards, because you're going to make a humongous mess.
Yeah.
This isn't helping.
Yeah, it's a lot easier. We tried, well, Scott was trying to, like, do it, oh, I'll do this section, I'll put them in the little biohazard bins and blah, blah, blah. And, no.
It's just a waste of bins. You can just throw everything into the incinerator.
Later on, well, if the further away you get from the incinerator, the bins become an understandable thing, so you're not constantly going back and forth.
Someone got
Like
Yeah.
I'm doing anyways, because I'm a moron.
that.
But yeah, it's just bulk.
Oh man. I'm gonna mop some of the pillars at least right now, 'cause I'm sick of moving bodies.
Also, you do have the option to go back to the first room. I don't know if the big water thing will fill up with blood though. But that might happen.
I don't
And how
think
do
so.
you clean that?
Hey, if anything, that'll make the entry way more interesting. I mean, you walk in, there's rivers of blood. If your enemies walk through there, they will totally just be like, no, and they'll go home. Well, if it's somebody you want to impress, they'll be like, rivers of blood, blood of his enemies. I can respect this guy.
Well, the problem with the guy who was in this place, he's dead. The owner of this building is dead. Very
Who's paying?
I don't know.
Somebody has to be paying you.
Well, obviously, you're getting paid by
Isn't
someone.
helping.
Someone who wanted this place cleaned up because they're probably reselling it.
Yeah, I'll bet you anything. Somebody, like, the second this place was destroyed, whoever was left in charge, like, oh my god, oh, it's ruined, oh. And then somebody's like, yo, can I buy it off you for like $20? I'll clean it up and everything.
No, this place is gigantic. It's a humongous estate. Someone's gonna want this property. It would be worth millions.
Well, I know that, but you know, whoever inherited it after the guy who owned it died and now realizes there's corpses everywhere.
Getting nowhere.
Probably immediately sold it to the first guy who was offering any amount of money just so they didn't have to deal with this crap.
Anyway, well, another thing, I want the special unicorn powers here where he picks up swords and they float in front of him, but he just makes it look like he's holding it. That's awesome. I want to do that. Just, I have the magic powers.
Look
Look at
what
mine.
have I done?
You brought up the command prompt.
I meant to press 1.
Jesus.
What have I done?
I
I don't know why I'm doing this. I just guess I'm just trying to keep the mess to a minimum.
Sorry, I just turned that down a bit since we got red line.
Oh well. You might notice a difference in the audio listeners. Whatever. I guess we'll get back on topic to favorite games. What other games do you like? Tales, Legend of Dragoon, or Xenogears, and Armored Core?
I like city building games. I play towns. Well, I play towns, and I'm not exactly good at towns. It's my problem. I tried to actually make a video on towns a little while ago, but I'm just so bad at it. I can make a sustainable food source, which is good, which is really hard to do in towns. You just broke that.
I don't even care. It's a radio or something playing some music.
But yeah, if you can make a sustainable food source in towns, you've won towns. That's it. That's all you need. Just know how to be able to get characters back and make a sustainable food source, and you won towns.
I'm not really a fan of games like these. Mostly because I know I'm terrible at them.
I actually do want to play the game Banished, but I try.
just like the good old days.
I can't get PayPal to work. That's my problem. I want to. I have it and everything. I'm too lazy to wait a week to actually get money in my PayPal account.
That's pretty lazy.
That is lazy.
Yeah, well, everybody has their reasons.
Yeah, true. Oh god.
Oh, I have to burn that.
Close it. Close it. Just close it.
I feel so bad.
Woohoo! I'm sure they won't
Oh.
notice.
What? You feel bad about having
I
to...
feel bad you have to burn all that money. Sure, it's bloody, but come on, man. And the character just said, it was like, and all that. And now I have to burn it.
And you're burning it.
I guess we should clean this pile up a bit.
Maybe.
It's getting pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
Oh, the sensitivity of the mouse. Like, I'm getting used to it, but sometimes it's just still pretty bad.
Oh, you'll get used to it. It only takes a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I play with high mouse sensitivity, and Chad is trying his hardest to make it not look like he's going at Mach 10.
Yeah.
Just trying to move slightly.
Well, that's because you like to set your games and everything up to some inhuman configuration that most people would pick up and be like, yeah, and then 2 minutes later they just stop because it's unplayable.
Hey, I can play Minecraft with inverted mouse and stuff, and that's how I like to play. That's just
I'm
how
amazed you didn't, say screw it and then switch, WASD to the direction buttons.
Yeah, and that's another thing. No one really notices when you do that. Like, if you have an inverted mouse, people are like, oh, can I just try that for a second? And then they go, and then it's suddenly off in whatever country. And they don't understand, and you're like, you've never played Quake. That's how
You know what? I never have played Quake. And you know what? From what I hear, I'm not missing much.
You're not missing much. You're really young. I used to play it at my uncle's house. It never looked good, even at the time.
Yep.
And you closed it instead of...
Yeah,
picking
well,
that
I
up.
was getting full anyway, so it's probably best. I don't even remember if the back part's open. I don't think it's...
It's not.
I closed it again!
You'll never be able to...
Oh, I'm not putting anything back here anyways.
Well, you can just leave it open and just throw stuff in.
Does it burn over time, or does it have to be?
It burns over time.
Ah, okay. I thought you'd have to close it every now and again.
There we go. Anyway, yeah.
Subi or not Subi? That is the question.
That is a question. That guy's got a big chin.
That guy has a ginormous chin. I'm gonna scrutinize this for a minute. He looks Russian. That's just going by stereotype.
He looks like a monarch. That is a face that could be on a statue. Too bad it's not even on a body.
Well, I'm sure there's a broken statue here somewhere.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, I can give him the dignificationness that he deserves.
No, that is just carrying around pieces of people.